Okay, this review is on, as you can read, a Specialized Prowess Carbon cross-country flat handlebar, 700mm wide, 160 grams approximately. Even got a part number there. So Sean sent me this bar, and here you go. He contacted me through social media, said, I've damaged my handlebar. Um, would you like to do it? Would you like to have it do a review? I said, sure. Always happy to receive damaged parts and have a look at them and see, why they were damaged, how they're made, etc. The old Inside Carbon bikes. So as you can see, that's a picture of the bar. Here it is. That's half of one. Here's the other half. So that's what it used to look like anyway before I cut it in half. So fairly flat, little bit of sweep to it, etc. Quite a nice looking bar. Unidirectional outside finish. Here's the damage. It obviously had a crash and it gouged into the front face of it. So the gouge is a little bit deep. Obviously that acts as a stress concentration. You're losing fibre, etc. So good idea if you do have an impact like that and suffer damage like that. That you replace the bar. I mean, handlebars are cheap. Dental work is expensive, so let's keep things in priority. All right, let's have a look. This is the stem clamp area. You can see here they've got a torque setting for 4-bolt stem, so it's 40 inch-pounds max for a 4-bolt stem, or 80 inch-pounds max for a 2-bolt stem. So that's quite unusual to have both of those settings. Obviously, the more bolts you have, the torque that you apply needs to be less, because you've got more clamping force. So I did the usual with the diamond saw on the Dremel, a diamond blade on the Dremel, and cut it in half. So let's have a look. A bit of a label there, a bit of identification label. Looking pretty good there. A few little resin wrinkles, that's all right. But there is a void in this area, and I'll show you closer, right in the stem clamper. You can see it. Another little one there. A few other little bits and pieces, but overall pretty clean. I mean, realistically, if you can't make a straight round tube, well, it's not straight, it's got a little bit of sweep in it, but you know what I mean. It's a pretty simple thing to make. So if you can't make that reliably, then you shouldn't be making anything really. Having said that, we do see a lot of problems with round steerers in forks, a lot of voids in those. So yeah, maybe it is a problem. Okay, so here's one of the voids I was talking about, right through there. So that's typical of a planar void. We call it planar voids because it's on a plane. It's got a bit of size to it. It's got a bit of length. I haven't scanned it. Like, I didn't scan this. I just cut it up. I haven't scanned to see how far it goes around, but it's got a little bit of size to it. It's on both of the halves, obviously. But the thing of concern really is that that's right on the edge of the stem clamp area. So if we look at it, it's well, there's one void there. And so the stem clamps right here, so you can actually see where the imprint is from the stem. So it's right on that edge where that void is. There's also some voids a bit further down through here as well. But yeah, so you've got that sort of larger void right in that stem clamp area, which is, that's really less than ideal, because that's where the stress concentration is. Particularly depending on what stem you have. If the stem has got a hard corner instead of a nice sort of radius right on that edge, it makes a real stress concentration. I did talk about that on the stems video I did a little while ago. So yeah, have a look at that, and you get a better understanding of what's going on there. But yeah, so the void there, that's another close-up of it a bit further along. Again, it's the other thing you can actually see here quite well is you can see the different ply build-up. So here and here. Yeah, so if you have a close look in that area there, I'll move the line so you can see it better. You can see where the plies sort of start and finish, and yeah, a little bit of waviness in it as well. This is that other void, which is a little bit further down. So that's up at this end. So down from the stem clamp area a little bit. Again, same sort of thing, planar void, a little bit of fiber waviness. I mean, there you go, you can see it there. Also seems to be a little bit of porosity associated with it, sort of at the tail of it, and then also through here as well. So, yeah. The thing about these sorts of voids is that they often in a pure static, sort of like a proof load sort of situation, they may not be that critical. Like obviously on a point load it would be, but over the whole thing in that area it's probably not super critical. However, in a fatigue type situation, with lots of cycles, they can act as a bit of a stress concentration within the laminate, and as we know, air's not very strong. So it's not really much holding the laminate together where that void is. And so that acts as a bit of a fatigue initiation point, and then that can grow, so you can get an interlaminar shear, sort of separating the layers. So the layers are stacked on top, and you've got this void, and then that sort of grows and gets larger and larger, and then eventually the part can fail. So that's sort of one of the real concerns. Here we have some more little voids. We've got something there. It's sort of porosity right at the tail there. Also sort of here and here. So that's just sort of indicative of poor compaction. That's at the sort of the taper end. Yeah, sort of about this end, just when things are starting to taper off. The other thing I'll make a note of is that the wall thickness on the bar is greater on the top face compared to the underside. So obviously the top there, and that's the underside. So the wall thickness is a bit greater. Normally you'd have a bit more wall thickness on the compression side, but this is on the tension side. The other thing you sometimes see on the bars is additional wall thickness where the lever would clamp to the bar, and there isn't a build up on this one. It does taper off towards the edge though. So let's have a look at the next slide. And there was another sort of little void. Where was that? That's in this region here. If you can see that. So yeah, so another little void there. So few little voids. You know, probably won't affect the as I said, the static load that much, but more of a thing from a dynamic point of view. And then yeah, with those gouges, good time to replace the bar. So that is a review and cut up of a Specialized Prowess cross country carbon fiber handlebar. If you got any questions, comments, etc., put them below. You may have seen I've updated the Campagnolo Super Record crank video, so 2 videos in one day. That same blue t-shirt as I did the update in the other video. So how about that? So anyway, leave it at that, and we shall talk to you soon. The other thing people keep asking me, oh, when's the Cinderella video? I've started it. I've started the editing. It's a lot of editing on that one. It's coming. It's coming. Be patient. Be patient. We're in lockdown here in Melbourne again. As of this week, things have tightened up again. So the coronavirus has come back to bite us hard. We've had the most positive cases today, 288. And most people in the world think that's pretty low, but I don't want to take it. I think it's better without it. So anyway, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.